Woman who has been claiming that she is Madeleine McCann has been arrested at Bristol Airport along with a Welsh woman. If you don't know the story about the disappearance of Madeleine McCann, I will recap very quickly for you. This is one of those stories that has went around the globe and has stayed in the news on and off since it happened. Madeleine McCann was born on May 12th of 2003. Madeleine Beth McCann is a British missing person to this day. She was 3 years old when she disappeared from her bed in a holiday apartment in Praia da Luz, Lagos, Portugal, on the evening of May 3rd, 2007. The Daily Telegraph described her disappearance as the most heavily reported missing person case in modern history on the globe. It's been 18 years, and I cannot imagine the anguish that her parents and siblings still feel every day, and the hole that is in their family, in their hearts, just not having her. While they were on vacation, her parents, as well as their friends, happened to leave their sleeping kids in their apartment and walked around to where the hotel, the apartments they were renting, had a restaurant, and they were taking turns checking on the kids, and it was only a few yards away. Well, it turns out they had been checking on the kids, and when they come back to do their regular checks, Madeleine was gone. Their twins were not. They were still there. There has been a lot of speculation over the years. There is no true crime community that has not covered this. There is no true crime documentary that has not been done or done an episode on Madeleine McCann. NBC, CNN, BBC, including 2020, has done numerous episodes about Madeleine McCann. If you don't know, a couple years ago, Netflix did an extraordinary deep dive documentary with multiple episodes about the disappearance of Madeleine McCann. They have even periodically been able to update the public with pictures of what she possibly may look like. Because she will be, if alive, almost 21 years old now. She was only 3 when she came up missing. A woman claiming to be Madeleine McCann has been arrested as she arrived at Bristol Airport. Julia Wandelt, 23, was detained on suspicion of stalking and harassing Madeleine's parents as she arrived around 8 p.m. on Thursday night, her representative confirmed. Julia's representative, Surjit Singh Clare, confirmed to Wales Online that she was arrested after arriving in the UK yesterday evening. Police have said that a second person, a 60-year-old woman from Wales, a friend of hers, was also arrested at the airport as part of an ongoing investigation. The real Madeleine McCann was 3 years old when she vanished while on holiday with her parents, Jerry and Kate, in 2007. They were British citizens on vacation in Portugal. Julia became an internet sensation in February 2023 after claiming to be the missing youngster. It has been reported that she had been on her way to Cardiff to visit a friend. A spokesperson for the Leicestershire Police said last night, Wednesday, February 19th, 2 women were arrested at Bristol Airport as part of an ongoing investigation. A 23-year-old woman from Poland and a 60-year-old woman from Wales were arrested on suspicion of stalking involving serious alarm/distress. They both remain in custody and inquiries are continuing. Julia's family has spoken out and has said that Julia is severely mentally ill and that she is not Madeleine McCann, that she suffers from severe mental disability and mental illness. She is also known to do TV shows, speaking engagements, and going on social media, still reiterating the claims after going viral in early of 2023. Still reiterating the claims that she believes she is Madeleine McCann, that she was abducted and somehow she is her, and there's nothing more to say to that. You can feel free to look these up yourself if you want to see what she's had to say, but this is just a Polish woman named Julia who has absolutely no affiliation with the McCann family except for stalking them. new interest in the Madeleine McCann case has brought about a lot of new speculation, new talk, hope that new witnesses would come forward or somebody that see or knew something would come forward. Now, if you don't know, Kate and Jerry McCann were the largest suspects and were initially named as suspects, but were later cleared, much like John and Patsy Ramsey. But another name has continuously come up for over 18 years, and that is Christian Brueckner. Brueckner lived in the Algarve region of Portugal from 1995 to 2007. 2007 happens to be when Madeleine McCann came up missing out of the family vacation apartment and just disappeared. He also has a criminal record. He was already in jail in Germany on unrelated crimes and offenses. And despite there being other eyewitnesses of somebody carrying a toddler away from the vacation apartment and people having reported seeing that, this man on October 8th of 2024 was completely acquitted. It says right here, Brunswick, Germany. The main suspect in the disappearance of British toddler Madeleine McCann was acquitted of unrelated abuse charges by a court in the German city of Brunswick on Tuesday, raising the possibility that he may be released from jail next year. Christian Brueckner has been formally identified as a suspect in the Madeleine McCann case, a toddler who disappeared from her bedroom in 2007 during a family holiday in Portugal. He denies any involvement. Well, of course he would. He's not just going to freely give up the fact that he took her and put her somewhere or did something to her. Of course, a criminal is not going to say, hey, come arrest me and lock me up for the rest of my natural life because I just, going to give that to you freely. Brueckner, a convicted abuser and traitor, is already serving a 7-year prison term in Germany for forcing a woman in the part of Portugal's Algarve region where McCann went missing. His sentence runs until September of 2025. In the trial in Brunswick, which started in February, Brueckner faced 3 charges of aggravated and 2 sexual of children committed between 2000 and 2017. The judge ruled there was insufficient evidence for a conviction. Prosecutors had called for a 15-year sentence for Brueckner, while his lawyer said the German national had only been put on trial because he was a suspect in the McCann case. McCann, then age 3, disappeared from her bedroom in May of 2007 during a family holiday in the resort of Praia da Luz, where her parents were dining with friends at the restaurant of the hotel/holiday apartments where they had been staying. Now, I have my own opinions on this. I have my own thoughts on the matter. I do not believe that it was smart for them to go on a family vacation, especially somewhere dangerous like Portugal, having a 3-year-old and having 2 infant twins as well. I don't think that they should have been drinking, and they certainly should have never been left unattended, even if sleeping. And that is the scariest time, because while you think your children are safe while they're sleeping, things can happen to infants and toddlers while they are sleeping, and not just being abducted and taken. I mean, there's things that could happen. SIDS can happen, which is AKA cradle death or crib death, they call it. They could roll over on each other, the twins. They could have easily got a blanket over their face, and to have nobody there to actually supervise them for a half hour to an hour, and the adults eating dinner and drinking far enough away that somebody actually could take a child out of the apartment and not be seen or stopped. I think that that is problematic. And I think that there is some fault that does lie with the parents, because they should never have done that. They should never have went to dinner and left any of their 3 babies unattended. Sleeping or not, doesn't matter. So this is a very hard case, because while, yes, they had some guilt and responsibility, they opened up the perfect opportunity for an offender to offend against them by leaving their children unattended, especially 2 infants and a very young toddler. But I do pray and hope that they one day find out exactly what happened to their daughter. and that this never ending grief of being stalked stops.